Life gets a lot easier if you improve your cognitive flexibility. Flexibility is the name of the game because that keeps us not so rigid. Rigid equals anxiety. Flexibility equals trust. Executive functioning skills are skills that you use every single day. They help you plan, organize, and manage your daily life. They help you regulate emotions, problem solve, and make decisions. Making decisions that are good for you and good for everyone else around you, that improve relationships and improve your ability to set and keep and succeed with your goals. So we are doing a series about executive functioning skills, and in this video, we're going to be talking about cognitive flexibility. Cognitive flexibility is your ability to shift thinking or adapt your behavior due to changing circumstances or context or other people around you. And if you are reading the world or reading the event or reading the experience, what I mean is taking it in, understanding it, watching it, observing it, you're going to notice there are many things that you have not planned for, but you'll notice them and be able to shift and adjust yourself accordingly. Some people with anxiety get really worried about being flexible. They want things to go their way because they think that then they feel in control and they could handle it. However, we are so highly adaptable and we are so skilled at that we could watch and notice and respond with flexibility in ways that sometimes makes the situation even better than before. But when people have a lot of anxiety that keeps them rigid and wanting to go to one way, or they're afraid they're out of control, their anxiety goes up. They actually suffer more. And if you have cognitive flexibility, it decreases your anxiety and it decreases your depression because it builds your trust in yourself. When you see yourself being flexible, when you see yourself adapting your thinking and adapting your behaviors given the situation, you build trust in yourself and you're not so afraid of the world. So cognitive flexibility is hugely important to your mental health. It improves your resiliency because you're resilient to difficult or challenging situations. You have that trust in yourself. You have the skills anyway. Even if you don't trust yourself and you have a lot of anxiety, you have those skills. You just don't believe that you do. So if you have cognitive flexibility and notice yourself being able to adapt instead of responding with anxiety, you stay calmer. Your resiliency builds because you'll have more access to that. The anxiety and the worried thinking takes our attention away from that performance or that decision making and puts our attention on the anxiety. So if you have good cognitive flexibility, you're better at making decisions, you feel more grounded in those things, you're better at problem solving because you have a lot more emotional bandwidth and mental bandwidth to do that. So here are 6 reasons why your cognitive flexibility is important to you. One is that it helps you adjust to new routines and transitions. And being able to adjust to new transitions and routines also decreases your anxiety. 2 is that it's important for learning new concepts and switching between tasks. 3, it enhances social skills because it helps you see somebody else's perspective. It helps you get multiple perspectives of the same event. And this really helps you see the big picture and not take things as personally as you might have otherwise. 5 is my favorite because cognitive flexibility encourages creativity and innovation. We need that. We need humans to be creative because it lights them up. It makes them feel good. It also contributes to a better world when we're creative and we either create art or we create problem-solving innovations. And lastly, number 6, it helps us bounce back from mistakes or failures. So if we don't have cognitive flexibility, what happens is we are really attached to one way that we want it to go. We really want this one thing to happen. And if it doesn't, which a lot of times it doesn't, we feel very anxious because it feels very out of control, or we feel really devastated. And that increases our anxiety and our depression. So if we are flexible and we understand that things happen and sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's benign, but it's not dangerous unless there's danger. Right? We don't want our body to respond to a change as if there's danger. We don't want that sympathetic nervous system to respond, which a lot of times it does. That is just meaning that you're making, and it's a habit to put that meaning, like you're out of control, you're in danger. You're not in danger. Most of the time when plans change, routines change, or there's a transition, or something doesn't work out, it's not dangerous. Most of the time, it's not dangerous. So if you want to improve your cognitive flexibility, and I advise that you do, if you feel like you're too rigid and you feel like you struggle with this, these are the practices I want you to engage in. 1, practice changing from one task to another. Set a timer for one task, and at the end of that task, change to something else. Practice the transitions and practice letting your brain know that they're not scary and they're not dangerous. Number 2, try new things, and try hard new things. Try things that are hard so that you can integrate doing things that are hard. It makes life so much easier. 3, expand your perspective. I like to do this by taking a psychic step back. So stepping back from the situation so you could see it from a big picture view, and then I could get perspective from all sides. Really understand the situation and what other meaning that you could possibly make around it. Because cognitive flexibility is flexibility in making meaning around a situation. And the more flexible you are, the more ease your life is. Number 4, play games. I love playing games. When you're trying to learn something new and you're doing it through playing, it happens faster because playing and having fun increases your neuroplasticity, and you remember things and you grow and you learn much faster that way. And lastly, practice problem-solving skills. So practice trying to find workarounds, trying to figure out what other ways you could do it, trying to find a loophole through something. Problem solve, trying to figure out how to create or make something so it's easiest or the best way or the most efficient way to do it. Use your problem-solving skills and be really conscious about those problem-solving skills, because if you practice doing that, you're going to build that trust that I was talking about in yourself. And when you build that trust in yourself, you build your emotional resiliency, you build your emotional ability to regulate your emotions, you decrease your anxiety and your depression, which is the name of the game. So life gets a lot easier if you improve your cognitive flexibility. Flexibility is the name of the game because that keeps us not so rigid. Rigid equals anxiety. Flexibility equals trust. And trust is the opposite of anxiety. So if you like these executive functioning skills, go ahead here and watch the whole playlist. And subscribe to my channel because more is coming out to you soon.